Namaskar, good morning, welcome, come. Today you will be very happy in this class because we are going to talk on a topic that you all would definitely love, I am sure. It is Bharatanatyam in films. How the classical dance has nurtured, nourished Indian films, the Bollywood, and how it has become popular. Also, films have played a great role in popularity and propagation of Indian classical dance. Bharatanatyam would not have won instant popularity when in 1940s it was de-linked from the Devadasi tradition and temple settings to the proscenium stage, had it not been for the work of films and filmmakers. Many film directors of that period made dance specific films and also films that showed classical dance like Bharatanatyam at length, setting off the film careers of dancers like Kamala, Vaijayantimala, E.V. Saroja, and so on. In fact, films in which classical dance was used became a regular feature. Many gurus like Valuvur Ramayya Pillai directed dances for directors like Subramaniam, who gave dancers and the dance a new platform. Their films took up social causes and issues and also made inroads into the psyche and sociology of dance films like Uday Shankar's Kalpana. They were landmark films, but they were on Indian dance per se, not on any one form, as Kathakali, Kathak, and shades of Bharatanatyam had been freely used in Kalpana. There was a time when producers and directors making South Indian, especially South Indian movies, insisted on having at least one classical dance-based song in their movies. The reasons were multi-pronged. One, the artists themselves hailed from the traditional families, and with upcoming technology, they took to movies for singing and dancing like fish to the water. Second, the time period was infused with nationalistic themes, and showcasing traditional classical dance was one of the ways to rejuvenate the pride of being Indian and its hoary past. Lastly, the actors and actresses in early South Indian movies were trained in classical music, classical dance, as this was a prerequisite to become a successful star. A good voice trained in classical music ensured that they sang their own songs, and a good rhythmic knowledge ensured that the actor had the choreographic sense to dance to the choreographer's tune. Times have perhaps changed now, where classical music and dance training for actors are no longer prerequisite to become a star. A cursory glance at the movies made between 1940s to 1960s in the YouTube would make the current generation realize that classical dance influenced film dance is very popular. Discarding the presence of filmy classical dance in some movies, there are movies that have showcased a more pristine classical dance that were choreographed by traditional Natuvanars. There are two ways in which Bharatanatyam in films can be analyzed. One, the dance is choreographed by Natuvanars either from traditional or non-traditional background and danced by classically trained dancers in movies. For example, choreographies of Muthuswami Pillai, Adyar Lakshman, Valuvur Ramayya Pillai and such. And the second category can be that the dance is performed by classically trained dancers and not actors. For example, Kamala Lakshman, Jayalakshmi Ishwar, M.K. Saroja, Vaijantimala Bali, Radha Barnia. In the Tamil film The Dayalan in 1941, there were quite a few dance sequences performed by the noted dancer and well-known choreographer of those days, Kulkarni. His team and dancers such as Rohini Dhanam and Usha Bala. Before Vaduvur Ramaya Pillai began to dominate the choreography space of Tamil cinema, Kulkarni was active and in demand both in Tamil and Telugu cinema. Ramaya Pillai was one of the first dance masters to get credit as choreographer. His first film where he composed dance was Adrishtam in 1930s. He composed the dance by accident because he happened to be on the movie set where he was chaperoning his younger sister Radha, who was also acting in the film at that time. The producer felt that Bharatanatyam sequence would be apt for the particular dance sequence they were shooting, and locating a Natunar at such short notice was difficult and could affect the budget. So Ramaya Pillai, who was the only person who knew Bharatanatyam on the set, himself volunteered to compose the dance. This coincidence proved and provided him with the confidence so seriously to pursue the art of choreography, and he ventured forth to become a serious, full-fledged Natuvanar at that point. His first film, Adrashtam, truly brought him Adrishtam, luck. The rest, as they say, is history. Kamala, Baby Kamala, Kumari Kamala, Kamala Lakshman, all in one, started making public appearances as a dancer in 1938 when she was 4 years old. She was barely 10 when she did her famous neck dance in Jagadala Prathapan, choreographed by her guru Vaduvur Ramaya Pillai. She danced in Sri Valli to Munnam Avanudaya Namam Kettal. She did a double role in the film. It was her film Nam Iruvar that would make an impact on Tamil cinema, as it was full of patriotism and Gandhian song. Its dances helped to revitalize and legitimize Bharatanatyam, creating a cultural revolution throughout the Tamil-speaking areas of India. Vadiveru, Tirisulam, Tondrum, Anthi, Mayanguthudi, and pure dance piece in Parthiban Konavu, Thaye Yashoda Undan in Kula Daivam, Adal Kalai in Nane Raja are some of her notable dance numbers. The Kana Kannodi Venum Kamala dances about Vishnu, Shiva, Muruga, Andal, and so on in Konjum Salangai, 1962. In the same film, Konjum Salangai Oli is a beautiful number. Another interesting piece, Brahman Thalam Poda, in the film is the dance competition between Kamala and another dancer. The dancer actually paints animals on the floor with their feet. This is seen in a few other dance compositions in other films. Kamala and her sister Radha dance a lovely duet, Vikrama Rajendra, in Bhakta Kuchela, Malayalam Kannada film in 1961. There is even a DD documentary Bharatanatyam made in 1954 featuring Kamala with dance choreography by Vaduvur Ramaya Pillai. Guru Adyar K. Lakshman directed and choreographed dance sequences in 3 art films: Shubha Shastri 66, Ananda Tandavam 1986, and Hamsa Geeta in 1975, featuring dancer Jayalakshmi Ishwar as Tanjore dancer. Lakshman shares choreography credit with Radha Krishna. With his guru Kanchipuram Yallappa Mudalya's permission, in 1962, Udupi Lakshmi Narayan started a dance company, Natya Manjari, in Chennai. There were not many male dancers those days when he started his dance troupe. He had no help coming in despite his asking.
So he had to do something to sustain his 25-member troupe. In those days, classical dance was base for film songs and dance choreography. Thus, Lakshmi Narayan entered the world of cinema as a dancer and later directed dance in innumerable films. He has danced in movies such as Raji, My Darling, Valiyan Selvan, Pattum Bharatamum, a versatile performer. He dances Manmadara in Rati Manmadara sequence with senior Varalakshmi in Harishchandra, a Kathakali dance in Tirumalai Thenkumari, and folk dances too, to name a few. He has choreographed for a number of Kannada films, including Purandara Dasa, Lakshmi Kalyanam, the Shiva dance in Pon Onjul, Ramayan song in Graha Pravesham, song with the baby in Galatta Kalyanam, train song in Sumati and Sundari, in which he also dances. Among New Age films, he has choreographed for Kadalan and Jeans. Padmini's Bharatanatyam for Adum Arul Jyoti in Meenda Sorgam is actually a stage performance in the film. Padmini Ragini dance competition in Vikramathiran and Padmini Vaijantimela competition for Kannum Kannum Kalandu song in Tamil hit movie Vanji Kottai Valiban are still famous today. Padmini even has a dance competition with the hero MGR, who actually dances quite badly in the film, in Mannadi Mannam. In end, they draw animals with their feet. She has danced in films like Saraswati Shabatham in 1966, Tillana Mohambalam, Adum Alagai Azugum in charming duet by Lalita and Padmini in Rajarajan 1958. Padmini's sisters Ragini and Lalita, together known as Travancore sisters, have also danced in many films, all sisters stunning audiences with their beauty and talent.
Vaijanti Mala's dance to the Kya Kya Kahun Re Kana in 1958 film Piya Milan Marma Veeran in Tamil in 1956 was choreographed by V.S. Muthuswami Pillai and was a fabulous as his direction of Vaijanti Mala in Chittor Rani Padmini in 1963. The former appears to be a preserved example of the Sadi dance of the Devadasi. It wasn't only the court setting and the costume, but also the actual choreography and body language. He also choreographed for Vaijanti Mala in Irambuthirai in 1960 and Patrani in 1956. Muthuswami Pillai star students, the cousin sisters Sai and Subbulakshmi, were the best South Indian twin dance duo of the Indian cinema in 1950s and 1960s. Their speed, precision, flexibility, springing leg movements, and most of all, their ability to dance synchronized with each other was unparalleled. While Muthuswami began choreographing for films around 1938, it wasn't until a few years later that a fateful meeting with P.A. Periyanayaki, Sai's aunt, introduced him to the young girls that would eventually become his star students and be amongst the busiest artists of their time. Following the hit films Malaikalan and Ratha Kannir, a spate of films assignments in several languages followed. It was an odd situation with the dance teacher spending his entire time teaching just two pupils. For a period of nearly 7 to 9 years, this was what Muthuswami Pillai appears to have done. What made them unique was their mastery of the difficult combination of speed plus precision. Their effortless movements in and out of seated position like half mandi, arai mandi, and Modu Mandi. And Mandi Adavu's and knee work, their flexibility and deep back bends, and their lightning fast spins that gave them their Pambara Sahodarigal, spinning top sisters name.
The lovely sisters Sai and Subulakshmi have done some beautiful duet numbers in Appalam Chappalam Chappalaire in Azad. Nayagar Pashkamadi in Dr. Savitri Tamil. Oye O Amma and Nili Megan in Malaikalan. Kadavai Sathadi in Ratha Kanir. Vazia Nidozi in Arivali. Viziodu Viliodu Vilayadum Kalai Chelvam in Karpura Karasi. Such duet numbers were known as tween dance in those days. Veteran dancer M.K. Saroja has performed Bharatanatyam items in Tamil films Krishna Bhakti, Paithi Karan, Nalla Thambi, Rukmini Devi's dance featured in Tamil film Raja Dezingu 37 and was advertised as one of its high points. Radha Bernier acted and danced in the film called The River, produced by Jean Reno in 1948. In 1982 Tamil film Kanna Sivandal Manna Sivakkum, Bharatanatyam Guru V.P. Dhananjay gave a solo performance of Nandanar Charitam, which unfortunately was edited to run for just 5 minutes when the film was released. E.V. Saroja and L. Vijayalakshmi were also popular dancers in films. Nataraj Mudaliar and his wife Shakuntala were popular dancing duo known as Nataraj Shakuntala. Inducted into dancing by E. Krishna Iyer, they had trained 500 dancers who participated in the legendary drum dance in the film Chandralekha, apart from being involved in other films. While in Madras, Tara Chowdhury danced in 2 Tamil movies. In AVM's Vedala Ulagam in 1948, she danced to the choreography of Vaduvur Ramayya Pillai. In Parijathanam, directed by K.S. Gopalakrishnan in 1950, Tara was seen in the dance sequences in both the films. She shared the screen with the famous Travancore sisters Padmini and Ragini. Way back in 1948, there was actually a film called Devadasi about the story of a poor girl begging on the streets being picked up by a Devadasi woman who changes the girl's name and trains her in Bharatanatyam and other dance forms. In films like Konjum Shalangai, choreographed by Vaduvur Ramayya Pillai, Kanchipuram Yellappa, M.S. Ramaswamy, and Thangappan Salangai Oli, about tragedy in life of a talented dancer, 1983, and Padmini starrer Thillana Mohanambalam, dancer and Nadaswaram player, Fall in Love, 1968. Bharatanatyam is undercurrent in entire movie. Jayalakshmi Ishwar played a Tanjavur dancer in G.V. Iyer's Kannada film Hamsa Geeta in 1975. Swarna Kamalam 1988 starred dancer Bhanupriya with Dr. Uma Rama Rao as choreographer. Natya Mayuri 1986 starred Sudha Chandran as a dancer who triumphs with her artificial legs. Shankara Bharanam 1980 featured Manju Bhargavi. Shringaram featuring Aditi Rao depicts the life of a Devadasi in the 1920s, choreographed by Saroj Khan. Dance Like a Man 2004 starring Shobana is about 2 Bharatanatyam dancers in the declining years of their professional lives. Vara, A Blessing in 1914 is about the daughter of a Devadasi, Geeta Chandran, who falls for a Muslim sculptor. Oh Friend, This Waiting in 2012 explores the life of the Devadasi, employing the musical form Padam as a narrative vehicle. Though by no means exhaustive, the above mention of films, dancers and choreographers is an indication of Bharatanatyam's popularity in black and white films era and the beginning of the color films years. In the present day films, we only get glimpse of now and then of Bharatanatyam sequence, like in Dalapati, Life of Pi, to name a few. But there are many films on Bharatanatyam. Films and books on Bharatanatyam are plenty, though not enough. The reason is it was expensive to document in 1930s to 60s. Films as a medium, even photography was very expensive. Film rolls, even for black and white photos, had to be imported from abroad. It is difficult to realize and understand this in today's digital age and click on cell phone times, but it is true. Very few films remain to which Ram Gopal's Om Shiva and Uday Shankar's Kalpana, shot in Madras at Gemini Studios, are milestones. In 1970s, Satyajit Ray made a debatable film on Bara Saraswati dancing by the beach, sari flying in face, but at least it is a record of the times and the great artist. University of Rome made one on M.K. Saroja in 1975. Films division under theatre directors like Balwant Gargi made one on Yamini Krishnamurti in 1980s. Indus Valley to Indira Gandhi was made by Padma Subramaniam's brother company Krishnaswamy Associates. Many films were made for the television by many documentators in 1960s and 70s, but the list is too long to be enumerated to you in this class, but films division catalogues can be conclusive. Sangeet Natak Academy too made documentation, but only of its awardees. Doordarshan has done yeoman service to documenting Bharatanatyam, and many films were made by Mohan Kokar's protege Kamalini Datta when she joined unit and made films for DD Bharati. So, you all must try to see as many films that you can see on dance and Bharatanatyam. I am sure you will love that.
Sudharani Raghupati's TV serial Bharatanjali, an appreciation of Bharatanatyam, the first of its kind on Doordarshan, was in 1981 with 13 episodes in black and white. And 1989, 8 episodes in color, is one of her superior contributions to dance. In 1992, Yamini Krishnamurti created a 13-part serial on dance called Natyamurti, which uses an Indian temple as its focal point in each part to explore the connection between temple and dance. Dance serials Adelenum Jivadi, produced by Krishnaswamy Associates, was originally produced for Singapore TV 12 in 1998. The TV channel of Doordarshan telecasts this series from early August 2001 under the title When the God Danced in English. Nrityodaya produced for Doordarshan a 13-segment TV serial Bharatiya Natya Shastra directed by V. Balakrishnan, based on Padma Subramaniam's research and script, and with her appearance with a group of dancers from various styles. A milestone in dance history is the actual performance of 108 Karanas of Natya Shastra by Padma and her disciples in this film, inter-edited with the Karana sculptures of Tanjore, Kumbakonam and Chidambaram temples. The highest TRP ratings to DD Dance series was won by Ashish Khokar, Sarmishtha Pranab Mukherjee for Talmel in 1995-96. Since then, she has made one movie, Beyond Tradition, on MEE Public Division featuring Anita Ratnam and Malvika Surukai. Chennai-based Tapasya Kala Sampradaya made Marayanduvarum Murabugal in an effort to remind students and audiences of the roots of a tradition that is fast disappearing. From Sadir to Bharatanatyam, 2012, made by Vivek Chauhan was commissioned by Public Service Broadcasting Trust. The most famous film on Dancer is Bala, a short documentary made in 1976 by Satyajit Ray. Arun Khopkar's film Sanchari, One Who Moves in Step, is on Bharatanatyam dancer Leela Sampson. Khopkar also made a film Pravah on Alamer Valli. Malvika Surukai, in an unseen sequence directed by Sumantra Ghoshal, says the film is about as much her journey of Bharatanatyam as itself. So enjoy watching the films. Thank you.